Hello? Oh, hi, Rick. Yeah? Their bevel job you're talking about. They need a second bevel part to run with that job? But keep the same delivery date. Of course. I understand. You're sending me the paperwork, right? Okay. Thanks. My sales guy. You know, 6 months ago, a last-minute bevel job added like that would have really stressed me out. But not anymore.
Let's face it, bevel jobs can be a time-consuming challenge, no matter how you do them. With oxy-fuel, it's pretty easy to set up, and it is predictable, but the actual cutting time is really long. A few years ago, we switched to plasma cutting systems to increase our productivity, and that's been great for us. We have a bevel head, which is accurate, but the setup time for bevel cuts with plasma was complicated and unpredictable, and nobody liked that. Sometimes we ended up taking parts to another area where we would bevel with oxy-fuel or air plasma track burner. Other times, we would machine or grind the beveled edges. Either way, it increased cost and production time. So when Hypertherm came out with True Bevel technology, claiming it could simplify and streamline the whole bevel process, well, it got my attention, but I was skeptical. Let me show you what we typically went through before True Bevel. An operator would set up the plate and load the part program. Then he would do a test run. When complete, he examined the part and measured it. First attempt, the cut was not good and clearly not to spec. So he called in the programmer. The programmer examined the part and then made adjustments to the program, typically dialing in the angle, land size, or part dimensions. Then he sent back the revised program. The operator set up another trial run. This time, the cut was a little better, but it still didn't meet the required tolerances. This back and forth continued. And finally, about 2 hours later, the part was running as it should. But with a more complex part or nest, a different thickness, angle, or bevel type, it could easily take 3 or 4 hours to get it right. And for each new combination, we would have to go through this trial and error setup, which disrupted our production flow. And that's a lot of unproductive labor time and scrap. But now, with True Bevel technology, the costly trial and error of setup, as well as the secondary operations, have been eliminated. Why? Because all of the correct setup values for mild steel have already been determined, right in the cut charts, for virtually every thickness, every amperage for V, A, and top Y bevel cuts. And they've all been factory tested. Now let's see the same cutting operation, only this time using True Bevel technology. The operator sets up and starts another test run. When complete, he checks it. With True Bevel technology, it's nearly perfect and needs only a minor tweak to correct. The difference? That only took about 10 minutes. Compare that to 3 attempts and 2 hours of unproductive labor time. Now we use Hypertherm's ProNest and a cutting machine equipped with Hypertherm CNC with built-in height control, but you don't have to. The only thing you need to have is Hypertherm's HPRXD plasma system. True Bevel will still work with other manufacturers' components. All in all, True Bevel has lowered our costs and increased our productivity tremendously. So do yourself a favor and talk to Hypertherm or your machine manufacturer and learn more about it. Maybe you can take some of the stress out of your day, too.